What's going on, guys? Anthony from AO Fitness. Welcome back to the channel. Now, you could probably tell by the thumbnail, I got some bad news. There's some good news at the end of the tunnel, of course, but the immediate bad news is that we thought the gyms were gonna open way sooner than they are, and they're just not. They are not opening on May 1st like we hoped to. But there's some good news inside of this right after the intro. All right, guys, so we got the bad news out of the way. Gyms are not opening like we wanted them to. So on the national level, the president issued this, re-entering and restarting and rebuilding our economy. And part of phase one was gonna be gyms. I mean, it is gyms, part of phase one. But here on the local level, if you guys are from Colorado, you guys know that we're struggling, and gyms are not classified as essential still, and they're being pushed off into phase two. Now, the unfortunate part is that there's not a date set for it. Our governor here is using statistics and data to determine when we can go back into the gyms. Obviously, without setting a stagnant date, it creates a lot of confusion and a lot of frustration for small business owners and small gym owners, because they want to plan their schedule, they want to plan their sessions and their workouts and time everything perfectly so that they can take full advantage of their gyms being open again. Now, there are some loopholes, and we're all pretty smart and intelligent, and we will find those loopholes. You know, it doesn't matter which side of this pandemic you sit on. It is what it is. I know that I personally know a ton of gym owners and small box owners that are chomping at the bit to get back open. Now, they've got bills to pay just like you and I do. They've got employees, and they're solely responsible for financially supporting these people. Now, of course, we want to get back into the gyms. I think that it's going to be weird, because at first I thought my idea was that once the gym opens, everybody rushes in and it's a different experience. It's double the amount of people inside of a gym that normally you would see during New Year's, like resolutioners. I think this is going to be a little bit different. I think half of us that are into fitness and enjoy going to the gym, half of us are still going to be a little reserved and a little cautious, just because it's so new and you don't know what to expect. Now, I truly believe there will be some sanctions and some guidelines that the state will help push towards the gyms. I think that there's one massive company in particular that potentially could set the standard for this, and that's Planet Fitness. So here's why I think Planet Fitness is gonna set the stage or be the staple for this. For the most part, I'd say they have the largest, subscriber count or membership base, just because of it's an affordable option, and $10 a month, and like the sign up fees and all that. I mean, it's a great value to begin with. Plus, it seems like they're gonna keep the majority of their members just because they are the affordable option. I mean, you look at a lot of like the big gyms, 24 Hour Fitness, Bally's of the past, some of these bigger gyms, Lifetime, where they're $60 a month plus. Coming out of this pandemic, financing and things like that, it's just gonna be a little bit strange. And people are going to be timid with their money, and they are going to, and I'm sure they've already started pulling back on their expenses. So Chris Rondeau, the CEO of Planet Fitness, everybody's talking to him, everybody's reaching out to him to see like what their plans are and what they're doing. So phase one of the gyms being included at the national level, they are already in talks, and they are planning. So they're just waiting on the green light. Right now it is on the state level. So it's state by state by state, whoever decides to start opening up gyms and things like that again. Now, Planet Fitness has said that they have, because of the cardio equipment and things like that are so close together. Now, most of their gyms are 20,000 plus square feet, so there's plenty of room to work out. But as far as the cardio section, if you've ever been inside of a Planet Fitness, you know that the treadmills are literally touching each other, and the bikes and the ellipticals and things like that, they are super close together. So what they said is they are going to split, they're going to go every other one, and the one in between, they're going to pull the power on it. I don't know if they put tape on it or flag it or put a sign on there or something like that. That'll allow you to at least have a few feet. Me personally, I think they should go every 2. That way you can at least have 6 feet. Now, it's going to be a weird time for us. It's going to be very strange, just because we're not used to not being so close together. Now, the last couple of months here has taught us to social distance. So I think we're going to adapt pretty well. Now, the reason why I say Planet Fitness is they've got sanitizing stations just about every 20, 30 feet. Like I said, if you've ever been in one, for the most part, there's going to be a lot of people that have already trained themselves to wipe down the equipment before they use it, because some people don't wipe down after, and then they go ahead and wipe down after as well. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's quite a few gyms that are taking toll on this. Just locally right here in Colorado, we had a very cool gym, Team Tom up in Greeley, that recently closed down. And that just goes to show that, even big gyms like that, like they struggle financially. And when something like this happens, or their membership base just gets cut completely, like that's a recipe for disaster. And it's unfortunate. Like, I really like those guys. They were pretty awesome. But and then you got 24 Hour Fitness. Who knows what's going to happen with them? They've dodged bankruptcy in the past, but they are right there on the verge now. So that just goes to show that the financing of these companies are very slim. So back to Planet Fitness. Surprisingly, their financials look great. You look at over the last year, say 3 months and prior, their stocks were rising and they're sitting around the $70 to $80 range. Now, I saw just like a month and a half ago, when all this kind of just kicked in, they got all the way down to $27 a stock. I mean, can you imagine buying into that stock at $27? Now we're sitting at, as I'm recording this, I think we're at like $57. So even if you bought at 27, sold at 57, that's a $30 per share increase. Moving out of this thing, the memberships of Planet Fitness are going to continue to rise just because they are the affordable option. Now guys, if you are interested in purchasing stocks, I have a link below in the description. And one link is for Webull, the other one is going to be for Robinhood. And you guys know I prefer Robinhood just because of ease of use. Webull does give you more though. So if you deposit $100 in either one, Robinhood gives you a stock, I get a stock. The stocks on Robinhood are about, I don't know, $5, $6, $7 is what I've seen as far as the average goes. And then on Webull, they give you 2 free stocks. They don't cap you. They give you like a wide open range. So potentially on Webull, you could get like up to like a $1,400 stock. But yeah, down in the description below, click on either one of those links, get started trading. I can't stress to you enough how viable, how important it is to start investing in yourself and investing in the future while the cost of stocks are a lot less. Now, I definitely don't want to make this all about just Planet Fitness or 24 Hour or some of the big gyms. There are some advantages. We don't know the exact details as far as what's going to happen, but there are some positives to some of the smaller CrossFit, boot camp, boutiques, yoga studios. There are some positives that are coming out of this. Now, there's something that's been said about one-on-one training. So what exactly is that? So I'm assuming that one-on-one training means that you can have your client come into your studio and you can train them one-on-one for an hour. Let's say we love loopholes, we love gray areas. So let's just say you've got 5 trainers plus an owner. So now you've got 6 people inside. You've got, can you have 6 one-on-one sessions at the same time? Now, let's just say, we can take it one step further. Let's say you've got a pretty big wide open area. Let's say you've got 4, 5, 6,000 square feet, and your trainer can one-on-one, one person over there, and then train one-on-one, one person on the other side of the gym. So that one trainer could potentially have 2 people. There's 6 trainers and owners, 12 people. You got a full-on class, right? I don't know, is that going to happen? Is that going to be acceptable? Now, here's another thing to consider, is that with these protocols and these restrictions in place, they want you to practice social distancing, which, yes, we've gotten pretty good at right now. But can you imagine trying to work out and do a boot camp or do a CrossFit or WOD, that type of workout, with an N95 mask over your face? Can you imagine how difficult that would be to breathe through that? So are those going to be required? Are the exercises or the workouts going to be dumbed down a little bit so you're not breathing so hard? Like, there's a lot of what ifs here, and we're just trying to figure this thing out. Now, without having a definite date in mind, I feel bad. I feel horrible for these gym owners. I feel bad for the employees, for the staff, for the people that work there, without knowing an exact date. Here in our state, our governor is going to use data to decide and to determine when we're going to be able to open up the gyms. So right now, I think the soft date is somewhere in like mid-May, maybe the 2nd week or 3rd week of May. If you're a gym owner or a boutique owner or a yoga studio owner, like I would plan on that over the next 2 to 3 weeks. I would just make sure you have your protocols in place. I don't know if you have online scheduling and you start booking those up, assuming that you're going to do one-on-one training from now until then. At least there's something out there, right? But the frustrating part is not knowing when the gyms are going to open. Now again, I'm not saying open up the gyms, let the floodgates go through and let everybody come in. That's definitely not what I'm supporting. That's not what I'm saying. There is a way to do this that will facilitate both sides. Now, I understand there's going to be a lot of people that are looking at the gyms when they open and a little hesitant to go. Obviously, like I'm chomping at the bit. I want to get in there. So whatever the gyms say, or what are the state mandates that we have to do, I'm willing to do it. What about you guys? You've got to get your fever taken at the door before you can go in. If you've got to be on a schedule, on a time slot, if you've got to hand sanitize before you go in, practice social distancing inside the gym, wipe down before, wipe down after. Like, are you guys cool with that? Are you guys cool with doing that? Does it feel like a nuisance that you're gonna have to take all these additional steps to take care of your health? I mean, what do you guys think? Your feedback's important. I'm just sitting here spitting, all this stuff at you guys. I'd really like to know what your thoughts are on opening the gyms. Is there something that I haven't covered yet that you'd like to see, or something that I can talk about, or where's your reality? What do you guys think? All right, guys, so that is it for today's episode. I appreciate your time, effort, love, and support. Guys, I don't know, get out there and do something epic. Like, it is nice outside. You can get out there and do whatever you want to do. Just practice safe social distancing. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. We'll see you on the next one.